Okay, part two. So, for my mom to change her diet completely so much for good reasons because of what she had to go through. She can't really enjoy sugar as much because of going through breast cancer twice and her body still repairing itself. She said her body aches if she has too much sugar. So she has to do either very low sugar or no sugar at all in drinks and stuff. She only occasionally would have a little bit of something sweet, but she cannot enjoy it as how she used to. So she had to change a lot of things in her diet. That is something that's a good reason to do because of what happens to your body. It's like that's understandable right there. But when people choose to do something that's not a good reason, it harms you. And if it's not recommended by your own doctor, you don't just do that to yourself. And that's why I get pretty upset and worried about certain people out there who do that, who shouldn't do it. Like, like when people do the keto diet. It's like, that's also not a healthy thing at all. They're like, well, a lot of people do it to lose weight. And then guess what happens to you? Because you're still eliminating a lot of certain food sources that your body needs. I remember this mother let her teenage daughter do that kind of a diet I've heard about in on the news. It was also all over YouTube as well and whatnot by other YouTubers who talked about that. Um, but the mother shouldn't have done that. Let her do that because she was still skinny. She was beautiful, and she's like, "Oh, I got to be on a diet," and so her mom just let her do it by going on a keto diet. And guess what? She's dead. She died because her body lacked nutrition and stuff. She doesn't get to grow up and get married, have kids, have a career if she wanted. She doesn't get to do anything because she chose something that took her life that people don't get. I can understand if, like, when you're diabetic or you had to go through cancer and all that chemo and shit, really screws up your system, but it had to go through, something very deadly and you need it out of your system to kill off the cancer cells. It's like, those are good reasons for it, especially because your doctor does tell you to do certain things that helps you out and certain medication that people need and stuff like that. I understand things like that. But when people choose things in the wrong way, that's very concerning. When it comes down to it. I mean, like, certain people who completely stop eating, that's also worse. And I know there's, like, this one girl that is, a YouTuber. I forgot her name. It starts with a C. She's like a walking skeleton. And she is going to end up dying soon. Because even other YouTubers pointed it out, especially one who I believe is a doctor. He was pointing out how every time she kept coughing and trying to breathe properly, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm coughing," but it's because her lungs cannot breathe properly because her body is very malnourished because she thinks, oh, having some weight on her is a bad thing, so that's why her health is really bad, and it's like, wow. I'm like, that's really sad to see people who do that. But it's also not good to be somebody who's way overweight, like an obese size that I've seen a lot of people are. I know I'm not skinny, but at least I'm not that big, and I don't weigh that much like a lot of people are in this world. At least I'm trying to lose weight, It's a struggle, but at least I'm trying. But the other reason why it's a little more of a challenge for me, besides dealing with my fibromyalgia and arthritis, is because I have hyperlexemia. People who have that have to have a SNAP because their energy drops down low. I mean, there's like other symptoms to it. I can't remember them, but one of the other issues that they do with that's more common than the other one is weight gain. Some people can lose weight, but not always. That's more rare for somebody who has hyperlexemia. And it's weird because they say it's a little similar to somebody who has stage 1 of diabetes, which is really odd to me that they'll use something that is already a separate, health condition, but yet you say that's diabetes first stage. That makes no sense. I mean, it has a lot of the same symptoms, but there are a few that are different, I've noticed when I was looking into that to understand more about that. The other reason why I end up with that because my dad has it and it runs in the family. But I'm also anemic. That runs from my mom's side of the family because even my aunts told me because they all are anemics themselves. My mom, it's a possibility that she is and doesn't realize it. And, yeah. And she's starting to realize that she has fibromyalgia because I had to list off all the names of the symptoms. And she's like, yeah, that I am dealing with all those. And I'm like, yep, you do have it, Mom. I'm like, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you still should talk to your doctor about that because the fact that it does, I have it from both sides of my family, so that's also why it really sucks that I still end up with it. And the fact that my mom knew about it when I was 10, it sucks. Let me do it with part 3.